Hey everybody.
Hey, what's up?
How is everybody? Hey, today is a very, very exciting day. We are live, and today is our first episode where we are going to have someone come on live today.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great. So Mindset Sundays with Rene and Jon are going to include guests, and it's going to be awesome. And we have a great, really amazing guest today. Do you want to?
Yeah, so our guest today is Jonny Lazarus. He is awesome. We love him. He has a podcast called The Locker Room. He is a D1 athlete.
Yeah, no, he's an amazing guy and got an incredible mindset. And so we're going to be bringing him on and we're going to be chatting about mindset and about a bunch of other stuff. So without further ado, we're going to bring in, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, without further ado, D1 athlete and host of The Locker Room. Please welcome Jonny Lazarus.
Okay, let's see if we can do this.
We can do it.
We can do it. Go live with The Locker Room. All right, we're going live with The Locker Room.
And we're waiting for The Locker Room because The Locker Room is making its way. Ladies and gentlemen, there he is.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, John?
This is my first Instagram live, just so you guys know. This is my
This is our second, so we're all good.
How do I? Okay, let me set it up a little bit better. Okay. Gotta get the hair. Yeah, growing out the hair, so I want to look good on the camera here.
Yeah, no, you're looking fantastic.
Really
Thank you.
It's great to be young, isn't it?
It's good to be young. It is true. But I mean, tough time to be young, but definitely a good time to be young. I can't complain.
It is.
Yeah,
it is
so,
a tough time.
For people who don't know you, and I don't know if that's many, but for the people who don't know you, we're going to let our audience know Jonny Lazarus is a Division I athlete, which is an incredible accomplishment unto itself. And then went into some media production and some podcasting with the Erie Otters, if I'm correct, right? In the day.
You are correct.
And I think that was probably a natural progression to The Locker Room, which is, if you haven't listened to it, it's a must listen. It's unbelievable. You're doing an incredible job.
Incredible. So tell us about yourself.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I do have to correct you, though. I'm not currently a Division I athlete anymore. I know that might make my mom cry, but I do have to say that. Former D1 athlete. But how The Locker Room got started, I guess, or how I'm doing, is that what you want to know? Like my background, I guess?
Yeah, your background, what got you, being an athlete, and then how your progression to...
I guess so. Just athlete-wise, like growing up, funny enough, I actually wanted to be in the NBA until I was like 13 or 14. And then I realized like, the odds are very high against me. But hockey-wise, what's up?
Did you play CYO?
No, I just played like first Syosset basketball. Starting point guard though. I was pretty good.
Oh, very nice.
My
was pretty good.
Too.
But I love basketball. And then obviously as hockey got more serious, I kind of had to like quit everything else. So I think like 8th or 9th grade is when I really just started to like focus on hockey. But I didn't really know much about it. My parents didn't know much about the college hockey route or anything. So we kind of just like learned as we went. There was no like plan for me to be a Division I athlete. My parents like didn't, set it out for me when I was born to like go play college hockey. But I just loved it and I was never ready to give it up. So I think I just like followed the love of the game and luckily I just continued to get better. I didn't necessarily like, I wasn't the kid who woke up at 6 a.m. to train or, stayed home in the summers to skate. Like I was going to summer camp till I was 16 and like not touching the ice for 8 weeks. And I'd come home and my first practice, I'd be the worst player on the team every year because I wasn't skating. And then I'd have to work my way up. And that's something that I talk about that doesn't happen anymore. These pro athletes, a lot of them, especially the Jewish ones, they can't really go to sleepaway camp in the summer because they're training now. The training has gotten so insane for young athletes these days, which is nuts.
Yeah. I wish both of my boys had taken that route. It would have saved me a lot of camp money. So.
It's true. They always do take a break for camp too.
Yeah, but and then I obviously got turned on to the media side of things when I was a sophomore in college because I just like figured, I've always wanted to be in the NHL any way that I could, and if I can't make it playing wise, I got to transition and do something else to get the attention and try to, earn my way up there. So that's when I started to do the media stuff. And then my friend Justin Kapelmaster came to me with the idea for the locker room. And then we kind of just like built it together, and then brought in our friend Max Massbaum, who's been awesome as far as like just the business side of everything. And like, he thought of stuff that we couldn't have ever thought of, I think. And, we didn't even know what a podcast really was, the details that went into it, going into it. So Max has definitely taken us to that next level, I think. What's funny, my friend Justin Bergman, I'm in his apartment, and there's an Amari Stoudemire picture right behind me. But, a nice Jewish guy there.
So when did you launch the podcast? When was it? During the pandemic? Was it?
So we actually came up with the idea in January, and we had like 3 or 4 interviews done, I think, in February. And then we were just going to wait till our college seasons ended to post it, because like you guys listen, we curse a lot, and like not a lot, but we drop some F-bombs here and there. And, I feel like the NCAA or college coaches, not that they would like listen to like make sure we're behaving or whatever, but we represented the school, represented the team. So we didn't want to like post anything while we were doing that. So we held on to it till our seasons ended. And then, once the pandemic hit, we were like, oh, what a perfect time to start a podcast.
I mean, seriously, that is the universe telling you were like doing good.
Yeah. I mean, one of the things that we found in you really amazing, and why we wanted to work with the locker room and work with you in particular, is a single word, and it's the name of the company. It's mindset. The mindset that you've had throughout your life to become a Division I athlete without having to follow that traditional route, the ability to pivot so quickly into a very successful podcast, really speaks to a growth mindset, and speaks to the mindset that you had to bring. And I'm curious if you have any advice for other people, because I hear the guests on your show, unbelievable guests. You're getting the most amazing people. And again, the theme that I see throughout you and your guests is this growth mindset, that even in the middle of these very challenging times, your mindset is really about growing and expanding and figuring things out.
Honestly, I mean, especially for young kids now, and just the way today's world and generation works, like luckily for me, I mean, this kind of all started just through the power of what an Instagram direct message can do.
Right.
I mean, like there's so many, like when we first started, and I felt so bad originally, because I was reaching out to like probably 50 to 100 people a week, just shooting the same DM, like, hey, I'm starting this podcast. We interview influential Jewish people. Like, we'd love to talk to you and just like learn about how being a Jew has impacted your life. And not necessarily about like the religion, but, just that. And then, maybe 3 or 4 people out of the 100 answer, but that's 3 or 4 guests. Right.
Right.
And if you look at it that way, like, yeah, it's annoying to send, 100 plus DMs, but if you get 3 replies, then you just kind of grow from there.
That's the whole thing. I mean, I can tell you from building businesses myself that's how it works. You just, you keep putting your message out there, and you don't expect everyone's going to respond, but the ones that do respond usually work out really well.
And it's so important that you have that mindset to keep putting it out there.
Well, luckily for me too, just like, I think I've always just tried to be a good person. And then like, any guests that we have, like I try, like if there's anyone that I know that I can connect them with, because like that's been the coolest part for me personally, is that just like we'll have, off the top of my head, I can't think of someone in particular, but we'll have a guest on, and then someone who listens like, oh my God, I have a perfect thing for them. I'd love to connect with them. Like we made a joke like 2 weeks ago that we're becoming like a Jewish LinkedIn. Like people are just, but I think there's something to that where, people can, I mean, I've sent a lot of LinkedIn messages and people don't reply, they don't see it. But if there's like someone you can go to that can connect you directly, like why not, have that? And I think my dad has told me that it's like a skill that I have in connecting people. And I never really thought of that as a skill, but definitely learning a lot about it, which is really cool. I mean, like what I've like kind of been doing with you guys, just connecting with people I know, and people I know who would love your product, and that's kind of just how it's been going.
Yes,
yeah, no, it's
so appreciate.
Yeah, it's been immeasurable, the connections that you've made for us. We really appreciate that. So
you're a great connector.
Yeah.
We're connected. We like that. We
that's part of what it is. You build a tribe, and you build a family of people with similar goals.
Yeah.
So let's.
So advice to people like your age, like, do you have any advice like that you would give them who are wanting to start things or entrepreneurial?
I mean, to people my age, like, and I guess younger, I mean, I don't it's so tough because, right, like I haven't really had a first job yet. I just graduated in May. So like the timing for me kind of just worked out in life where the pandemic was going on. So like, why not try anything you can try? Just because I wasn't finding a job, it was impossible to find a job. You know, I just like I mean, I had a job for like 2 months.
So it kind of forced you into like,
yeah,
doing it, which is
pretty
great.
much. Yeah, but then again, like for someone right now who might not love their job, maybe like, I actually told this to my friend the other day because he wants to start something in music, and I was like, "You have the idea; it's there." And this I'll steal from Good Luck Chuck. Stop dipping your foot in the pool and just jump in. Like, just do it.
Yeah, love that advice. That's a good advice. Say that again.
Just stop dipping your foot in the pool and just jump in. And then I have to give credit to Max, our producer, also, because Max has been telling me since day one of the podcast, the only way you'll fail is if you stop. Really, like, it doesn't matter what guests you have, as long as you're getting a guest every week, it's still a success. You know,
100%. And actually any failure that any one of us have is just a lesson. It's something to take. It's not a failure. It's always a success because you're learning something and you take something away with you.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the things you learn about with talking about the Jewish culture a little bit is the Israelis are so successful, especially in startups, because the concept of failing is not taboo in the culture. And so the constantly going and trying things and constantly pushing, not always succeeding, but getting up and doing it again has created this incredible, energetic startup culture there that has built this amazing idea. And that's really what it is going all in and not being afraid of what's going to happen. I mean, certainly in our careers, we were in the same position. If we worried about what could go wrong, we certainly would have been focusing on what could go right. And that's the biggest takeaway. Explain to me a little bit about how CBD has, or what your CBD journey's been, and how that sort of affected what all the things that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, so I knew nothing about CBD until like 2 months ago that I spoke to you guys for the first time. I've heard like a couple ex-hockey players talk about it. So I was like interested, but I never like really like looked into it deeply or wanted to try it until my girlfriend Ellie directly like had the connection with you guys, and she was doing social media for you guys, and I was like, "What do you say?"
Go Ellie, we love Ellie.
Oh yeah, we love Ellie.
Bring out Ellie.
We love Ellie. I think she's listening in right now. So, but yeah, she had the gummies, and I was like, "Oh, let me try them." But I've always like, to be honest, I've like never been a drug person, so I was like always just like skeptical. Like I think my mom had like these like, is it Antiva? Is that what it's called? Those things, Antiva drops or something that you put in coffee.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Antifa?
I don't know. So, my mom had something, and I put it in the coffee, and I was like, "Mom, am I high? Like, is this CBD? Like, what's going on?" Like, I was just like, in my head, and I didn't know anything about it. So, I don't know. Ellie kind of just like told me to try these gummies, and then you guys, as you always are, so nice. You shipped them to California, where I was living at the time, and me, my friend Reed, and Zach took like 2 of the Happy gummies each, and we went to play tennis, and we just like, I don't know, we were just having so much fun. Like, I don't know if it's like, I don't really know how to explain it, but we called Ellie and we were like, "What's in these gummies? Like, we don't feel like normal, but like we feel good." And then right from there, I was just like obsessed with it. And then obviously I learned more about the focus, the calm, the rest. And then I actually had COVID, so I was taking those gummies while I had COVID because my mind obviously was a mess. So that helped me like sleep, helped me be calm. And then the focus ones actually I tried recently, and those are incredible. I was on the computer for like 8 straight hours.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That's amazing. Yeah, no, the focus have been really good for everyone your age who's working from home, who's doing school from home, and your age is loving it. You're like generation.
Yeah, I think we're just learning more about it. Like my age didn't really know anything about it until recently.
Yeah, so speaking of which, are you getting questions now as people realize that you're involved in Mindset? Are people coming to you and asking you about how it works or any of those questions that, we seem to get a lot of the same kind of questions.
Yeah, I mean, some people have reached out to my Instagram stories like, "Oh, does this stuff actually work?" And I'll say like, "Yeah, for me, but I can't tell you the science behind it." Like I just send them the link to the website, and I'm just like, check it out for yourself, because I still don't really know how to describe it.
Yeah.
Like I'm still learning about it. Like, I fully don't get it.
Yeah, well, it's the science. There is science behind it.
No, there's tremendous science behind it. As
your
endocannabinoid system, which we all have, becomes more balanced through CBD, your overall wellness improves. And that wellness can include anxiety relief, that can include inflammation, pain, all those kind of things. But it's a very subtle, in some people it's subtle. A customer recently just texted me and said, I'm having some incredible results. Should I be experiencing it this quickly? And the answer is everybody's different. And so everybody's endocannabinoid system's different, but our products definitely do work. And I think you're a testament to that.
Yeah. And so that's why it's important to create your own mindset. Like what works for you? Like currently, what are you doing right now? What's your mindset?
I usually stick to the focus and happy combination.
Right.
I like that, especially for my podcast. I like to be locked in on the guests that we're talking to, and also like the happy, I feel like just makes me laugh a little more. But I take like one of each before we do every recording, which has been super helpful. I mean, because there's some days where I'm like exhausted, and listening to someone talk for an hour could be exhausting, and you could doze off and not pay attention. But
yes,
yeah,
that's not good for the podcast.
Yeah, that's not good for the podcast. Exactly.
Keep those focus gummies going.
Exactly.
Make sure you have a consistent supply.
Right, thank you. Yeah, you guys have been great with that.
Thanks. So who's coming up on the locker room that we should be excited about?
I mean, we have we're always talking to 6 or 7 people at a time, kind of.
Gotcha.
But we record once a week, so it's because what we were doing. Oh, I forgot to mention this. What we were doing at the start when I reached out to all these people, 5 people would reply and say, "Yeah, I'm in." So we'd just get it done, record it, and then we'd hang on to it for 7 weeks because we were doing one a week. And then we post, we record one in May and post it in July, and then it's so outdated. Once the world, because I guess when we originally started doing it, there was nothing going on in the world. So it was fine to post an interview 7 weeks after you do it. But now that the things are starting back up again, there's more things to talk about. So now we have to do it once a week. But some guests that we're talking to, I don't know if I should. I mean, I guess I could say it, but nothing's set in stone. But we've been talking to Dan Porter, who's the CEO of Overtime Media, which is a very popular sports media company.
That's amazing.
Noah Eagle, who just did the Nickelodeon broadcast for the NFL game last week, who's Ian Eagle's son. Liv Schreiber, who is a connection that we made for you guys, who's awesome. She'll be coming on soon, I think. I think we have that set, actually. And then Ariel Epstein, who works for FanDuel and Sports Grid TV with MSG. We're going to have her on before the Super Bowl, so she can give us Super Bowl props and that kind of stuff.
Okay, so who's your pick, John?
For the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Super Bowl. I'm going to put everything I own on this pick, so please make it a good one.
Oh, my God, I don't want to ruin the company. But, I mean, I originally said the Seahawks, so that's a no-go. But I guess going from now, man, I mean, how could you bet against Mahomes? He's so good.
Yeah.
He's so good. Yeah, you can't bet against Mahomes. My heart wants Cleveland though.
Really interesting.
Yeah. So interesting.
And what do you think about the Jets coach pick?
I'm not a huge Jets guy, so I'm probably the wrong person to ask. But from what I'm hearing, it's a step in the right direction. Football is I'm hockey, basketball, football, baseball, but hockey and basketball, I have knowledge on. Football, I'm just a Giants fan, but I couldn't name more than 10 guys in the Giants.
Gotcha.
Okay,
all right. So one of the things I wanted to mention was, which is exciting announcement, is based on conversations that you and I have had, especially talking about some of the relationships that you have in the pro athlete business. We have a new mindset product that is about to come out, and it is called Recharge, and it is a muscle recovery roll-on that you helped us to sort of formulate and bring to market. And so we're really excited.
So excited.
To get that into your hands and get that over to your people. So I wanted to thank you for guiding us because, the topical market, especially for athletes, is very specific. And I don't know if we were addressing it the same way we could have without your help.
Yeah, no, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm happy it worked out. I also have one question about that.
Yeah.
Can it cure hangovers also?
Yes, we are going to say yes, but we'll have to do some actual. We'll have to get you drunk a couple of times and then test it.
That's the next gummy. Maybe
right,
that's the next gummy.
I would love to be a test dummy for that one.
Yeah.
But actually, the health gummy, because my daughter actually asked me, and she takes the health gummy after a hangover, and it actually really helps her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's humulene in there, and that terpene is really good for inflammation and stuff like that.
Ellie just walked in the room. If she could pop her
Yes,
on the live.
Ellie, come on, ladies and gentlemen, special surprise guest, Ellie Cord.
Woo, Ellie! Ellie!
She's the connection to the company for me, so.
Ellie, we miss you.
We miss you, Ellie.
Miss you guys.
She just brought me a bagel and coffee. Very nice girlfriend. Thank you.
Okay.
The best. Ellie's the best.
That is really great. If you could send some over, we'd appreciate it. All right. Well, fantastic.
It was so great.
Thank you for coming on.
Do you
Of course.
have anything you want to like say about the locker room?
I mean, no, you guys are just the best, and we're lucky to have you guys as sponsors. And you guys have treated us, amazing over the last 2 months or however long it's been. So, thank you guys for just helping us out in any way, and however we can help you. Obviously, we're more than happy. And my friend Holden's telling me to put my teeth in. And sorry, I did.
Well, it's a little late for that. Last thing I wanted to mention is go to mindsetwellnesscbd.com. Use the code LATKE, LATKE. You will get 10% off your purchases and free shipping. So use the code LATKE at Mindset Wellness CBD.
Sounded like me with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Have a good rest of the weekend. Bye.
Okay, everyone follow Locker Room and follow Jonny Lazarus.
Yes.
Please do. Bye, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, guys.